From the Atlantic coastline to the misty peaks of the Smoky Mountains, North Carolina unfolds like a living canvas, wild, beautiful, and endlessly inspiring. Every landscape tells a story. The sound of the ocean breeze and the quiet of the old forests. This is where nature has its own pace, encouraging you to slow down, observe, and connect more deeply. But the beauty here runs deeper. North Carolina is committed to protecting what makes it extraordinary, with sustainable living, eco-conscious hospitality, and a strong connection between land and community. From wild horses roaming freely on the Crystal Coast to hundreds of native bird species gracing its skies, life here flourishes under careful stewardship. And when the sun sets, a new kind of energy awakens. Cities like Raleigh and Charlotte pulse with creativity and culture, blending historic charm with bold innovation. This is North Carolina, where nature, culture, and spirit come together in ways that stay with you long after you've gone. So come along. Your journey into the heart of North Carolina begins now. The stunning Blue Ridge Mountains dominate much of western North Carolina, including the vibrant city of Asheville. Stretching from Georgia to Pennsylvania, this mountain range boasts its highest peaks right here in North Carolina. Mount Mitchell, the tallest summit in the Blue Ridge, rises to 6,684 feet and holds the title of the highest point east of the Mississippi River. Situated within Mount Mitchell State Park, it's only about 30 miles from downtown Asheville, making it accessible for visitors and locals alike. The Blue Ridge Mountains are part of the Greater Appalachian Mountain Range, known for their unique bluish haze visible from afar. This blue tint comes from isoprene released by the trees, especially oaks, which helps protect their leaves from heat stress. Thousands of miles of hiking trails make the Blue Ridge a paradise for outdoor enthusiasts. The Blue Ridge Parkway, one of America's most scenic drives, winds through the mountains, offering breathtaking views without needing to hike. Asheville serves as an ideal base for exploring the area, providing access to outdoor adventures and charming mountain towns. Timeless and majestic, the Blue Ridge Mountains stand as a natural treasure, inspiring awe and reverence in all who behold them. Before we continue our journey, let's test your knowledge real quick. In what year was North Carolina established? Comment your guess below. Located at the base of Linnville Gorge, the lake spans over 6,500 acres with more than 150 miles of shoreline. Just 7 miles from exit 90 off I-40, it's conveniently accessible for visitors coming from nearby towns or Asheville. Surrounding state park areas are free to enter and offer a wide range of outdoor activities for all ages. Steep, forested ridges filled with pines and hardwoods create a beautiful setting for hiking and relaxing. Boating is extremely popular here, with no speed or horsepower limits restricting what type of craft you can use. Wildlife such as deer, foxes, flying squirrels, and various waterfowl are often seen around the lake. Multiple public and private boat ramps and marinas provide easy access for fishing, paddling, or exploring the water. If you are watching this, please click the subscribe button in the corner of the screen. It's completely free, but means a lot to us. Hidden in the Blue Ridge Mountains, Lost Cove Cliffs offers visitors a stunning glimpse into untouched Appalachian beauty. These lost coves are steep, forested inlets that escaped logging during the timber booms of the late 1800s and early 1900s. As a result, the area is now known for its dense tree canopy and excellent growing conditions. From the parking area, visitors can spot the dramatic cliffs through a natural break in the trees. The steep slopes are blanketed with thriving vegetation, showing how nature has reclaimed the land over time. Informational signs near the overlook provide insight into the geology ecology, and history of the region. Lost Cove Cliffs is more than just a scenic stop. It's a place where nature, legend, and history come together in unforgettable ways. Lake Norman in North Carolina is the largest man-made lake in the state, covering 32,000 expansive acres. It was formed in 1963 after Duke Power built the Cowansford Dam on the Catawba River to generate electricity. Before the lake existed, the area was filled with farmland, small towns, and textile mill villages with long histories. Nearly 2,000 residents lost their homes and livelihoods when the land was flooded to create the lake's basin. Duke Power began buying land for the project in the 1922nd and completed most purchases by the early 1952nd. Some families refused to sell their land, but were eventually forced to give it up through legal condemnation. Even during construction, workers sometimes discovered human remains buried beneath what would become the lake bed. After its creation, Lake Norman was slow to develop because of poor infrastructure and a lack of paved roads. Today, Lake Norman is known for its boating, fishing, and beautiful homes along over 500 miles of shoreline. Despite its modern appeal, concerns such as coal ash pollution continue to affect the lake's environmental health. Solving complex environmental and engineering challenges often leads to some of the most innovative structures in America's landscape. One such example is the Linn Cove Viaduct, a marvel that winds around the slopes of Grandfather Mountain in North Carolina. Traditional road-building methods would have caused significant environmental damage to the fragile ecosystem of the mountain. To prevent this, engineers chose a revolutionary top-down construction approach that minimized ground disturbance. The viaduct, designed by Fig and Muller Engineers Inc., began construction in 1979 and was composed of 153 precast segments, each weighing around 50 tons. These massive pieces were created off-site in a facility and then carefully lowered into position using custom cranes stationed on the bridge deck itself. Only a few trees, directly beneath the bridge, were removed, and the rocky terrain was protected from concrete and chemical staining throughout the project. Ground-level construction was limited to drilling 7 foundational piers to support the structure. This meticulous process not only preserved the mountain's natural beauty, but also earned the Viaduct 11 prestigious design awards. The bridge stands as the final link in the Blue Ridge Parkway, whose construction began in 1935. Though most of the parkway was completed by 1967, this last 7.5-mile stretch around Grandfather Mountain posed unique technical and environmental difficulties. Over the course of 2 decades, federal and state planners searched for solutions that balanced preservation with accessibility. The successful completion of the Linn Cove Viaduct in September 1987 marked the end of a 52-year journey. Mount Mitchell, at 6,684 feet above sea level, is the tallest peak in the eastern United States. It lies within the Black Mountains of North Carolina, part of the ancient and geologically rich Appalachian Mountain System. Although the Black Mountains stretch only about 15 miles, many of their peaks rise well above 6,000 feet. The area was once used as a hunting ground by the Cherokee people before white settlers moved in. In 1835, Professor Elisha Mitchell measured the peaks and identified Mount Mitchell as the region's highest point. He tragically died in 1857 while attempting to verify his measurements and was buried at the mountain's summit. Despite environmental decline, scientists continue working to understand and restore the fragile high-elevation ecosystem. Have you ever climbed to the summit of Mount Mitchell? If you have climbed before, comment 2. If not, comment 4. High Rock Lake is the second largest lake in North Carolina, located in the Piedmont region of the state. Stretching across Rowan and Davidson counties, it offers around 350 miles of scenic shoreline for visitors to enjoy. In the 1922nd, a dam was built on the Yadkin River to generate electricity for Alco's aluminum smelting operations. This dam became part of a larger system of 4 hydroelectric power plants constructed along the Yadkin River. High Rock Lakes Dam is the northernmost of these projects and plays a vital role in regional energy production. This landscape of rugged ridges and deep water has made the lake a favorite destination for outdoor recreation. Known for its dramatic peaks and rich cultural history, Grandfather Mountain is a natural treasure in western North Carolina. Rising to 5,939 feet, the mountain was formed over 300 million years ago through powerful geological forces. Its original Cherokee name, Tanaha, meaning a great eagle, reflected the reverence indigenous peoples had for this landscape. European settlers later called it Grandfather because they believed a cliff face resembled an old man's profile. The Grandfather Mountain View overlook gives travelers their first breathtaking glimpse of the mountain's southern slopes. Visitors coming from the south will follow the mountain's edge for 7 miles after passing this scenic viewpoint. Those approaching from the north are already familiar with its beauty before arriving at the overlook. Three different organizations now manage separate parts of the mountain, which can sometimes confuse first-time visitors. The Grandfather Mountain Stewardship Foundation runs a nature museum and the famous mile-high swinging bridge. This bridge spans an 80-foot chasm at 1 mile in elevation and charges an entrance fee from U.S. Highway 221, Grandfather Mountain State Park protects the wildest areas, offering strenuous trails with ladders, cliffs, and sweeping views. Access to the state park trails is free, with entrances along Highway 105 and the Blue Ridge Parkway at Boone Fork. The parkway crosses lower elevations of the mountain and includes the 13.5-mile Tanawa Trail for hiking and nature observation. This section of the parkway also features the renowned Linn Cove Viaduct, an engineering marvel designed to protect the landscape. We pull info from lots of sources, so if we miss something or you've got something cool to add, drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear it. The tallest dam east of the Rockies at 480 feet, Fontana Dam was constructed by the Tennessee Valley Authority during World War II to meet an urgent demand for hydroelectric power. Located on the Little Tennessee River, its construction began in 1942 and remarkably finished in just 36 months, despite wartime challenges. Surrounded by the Great Smoky Mountains National Park and Nantahala National Forest, the dam is considered one of the most scenic in the world. Besides generating power and managing floods, the reservoir behind the dam offers boating, fishing, and other popular recreational activities. Stretching 469 miles, this scenic route connects Shenandoah and Great Smoky Mountains National Parks through breathtaking Appalachian landscapes. Construction began in 1935 under Roosevelt's New Deal, offering both economic relief and a vision for conservation-minded tourism. Inspired by Frederick Law Olmsted, landscape architect Stanley Abbott designed the road to flow naturally with the mountain terrain. North Carolina ultimately secured the majority of the route due to its national forests, scenic value, and political timing. Labor for the project came from New Deal programs like the Civilian Conservation Corps and Emergency Relief Administration. Completion wasn't achieved until 1987, when the Linn Cove Viaduct finally linked the last remaining section around Grandfather Mountain. As the most visited site in the national park system, it offers a tranquil alternative to fast-paced highways. Landmarks such as the Folk Art Center, historic cabins, and scenic overlooks celebrate both natural beauty and Appalachian heritage. Dozens of tunnels, bridges, and mileposts help preserve and interpret cultural, environmental, and historical significance along the drive. Is there a region or country you're curious to explore next? Let us know, and we'll uncover it together in an upcoming video. Located in west-central North Carolina, near the Blue Ridge Mountains, this reservoir is part of the Watauga River Basin. Formed in 1927 by the construction of the Oxford Dam, it covers 4,223 acres and reaches 935 feet above sea level. Spanning 4 counties, it provides both electricity and drinking water to the cities of Hickory and Longview. Recreational options include boating, fishing, sailing, tubing, swimming, and water skiing across its 109 miles of shoreline. Public swimming areas are not available, though residents with private access frequently enjoy swimming in its waters. Bald eagles, ospreys, and other native wildlife are commonly spotted around the undeveloped sections of shoreline. Environmental organizations and Duke Energy work together to protect water quality and manage shoreline development. Known for its mix of nature, southern charm, and recreational opportunities, the area continues to attract visitors and residents alike. The Outer Banks are a chain of barrier islands stretching over 175 miles along the coast of North Carolina, from the Virginia border to Cape Lookout. These islands are separated from the mainland by shallow sounds, including the vast Pamlico Sound, which is one of the largest sounds on the East Coast. The geography of the Outer Banks constantly changes as inlets open and close, making the landscape dynamic and unique. Originally inhabited by various American Indian tribes, the islands hold many place names reflecting this heritage. European colonization began sparsely, with early settlements and pirate activity, including the famous Blackbeard near Ocracoke Island. During the 19th century, the Outer Banks remained isolated, with residents relying on fishing, salvaging shipwrecks, and hunting waterfowl. The Civil War brought strategic importance to the islands due to their inlets, with the Union occupying much of the area. Advances in transportation and economy during the late 1800s and early 1900s connected the Outer Banks more closely to mainland markets. The Wright brothers' first flight at Kitty Hawk in 1903 marked the island's place in history. The Outer Banks are a popular tourist destination, facing challenges from climate change and coastal erosion that threaten the local communities and infrastructure. Nestled between the Atlantic Ocean and the Cape Fear River, this charming town is located near North Carolina's southeastern tip. The southern border begins at Alabama Avenue, with the northern side belonging to Carolina Beach, extending all the way to the Fort Fisher State Historic Site. Average temperatures during spring and summer reach approximately 82 degrees, while fall and winter months hover around 67 degrees. The year-round population numbers just over 2,000, but during tourist season, the town sees a tremendous increase in visitors. Retirees and young families form the diverse community, with residents hailing from over 32 states. Many families have lived here for generations, including descendants of the original Kure family. Over time, the area has seen the construction of charming beach cottages that still stand proudly today. More recently, larger homes painted in bright tropical colors have become common sights along the shore. The clean and expansive beach attracts visitors who enjoy beautiful views of both the ocean and the river. A wooden boardwalk stretches for more than 1/3 of a mile along the oceanfront, complete with benches and oceanfront swings for relaxation. A privately owned fishing pier, measuring 711 feet, is the oldest fishing pier on the East Coast, built originally in 1923. This pier draws fishermen from far and wide and adds a quaint, village-like charm to the local business area. The compact size of the town means visitors are never more than a mile away from the ocean. Natural vistas surrounding the town offer peaceful escapes where residents and visitors alike can enjoy the beauty of coastal life. The community's blend of history, nature, and recreational opportunities makes it a favorite destination for many. Situated on an island in the Outer Banks chain along North Carolina's coast, this village has thrived since the 1702 by depending on its natural surroundings. Originally a small commercial fishing community, it evolved into a renowned Gulf Stream sport fishing destination. The local economy continues to rely heavily on the fertile fishing grounds nearby. Known worldwide, the village attracts tourists with its rich history and unique culture. Pristine beaches and scenic waterways provide an ideal backdrop for visitors seeking relaxation and adventure. Two important trails run through the area, one being the Outer Banks Scenic Byway. This byway invites travelers to experience a simpler maritime lifestyle rooted in a rich village culture. Along the route, historic sites like ancient live oaks, old homes, and 19th century life-saving stations highlight the village's heritage. The other trail is part of a national Civil War network commemorating the region's role in the conflict. A 1948 newspaper described the village as developing organically, without formal planning or a grid system. Winding roads follow old paths to houses, with few sidewalks or streetlights, preserving the village's historic charm. Early settlements were established in protected wooded areas on the sound side of the island. Despite modern amenities, the village maintains much of its past character and offers a unique blend of culture and vacation appeal. Visitors today enjoy both the comforts of the present and the atmosphere of a place steeped in history. Originally a gathering place for indigenous peoples, the land now home to the college held deep cultural and linguistic significance. The Cheraw, Occaneechi, and Saponi tribes moved through the area, each leaving their mark without establishing permanent settlements. Quakers arrived in the 1752, naming the land New Garden as a symbol of spiritual and communal rebirth. Despite their good intentions, early settlers likely had limited understanding of the land's indigenous history and usage. A peaceful atmosphere gave way to conflict with the nearby Battle of Guilford Courthouse during the American Revolution. Quakers remained committed to their values, caring for the wounded and burying soldiers from both sides of the conflict. In 1837, the New Garden boarding school opened to educate young Quakers and uphold their values amid Southern tensions. The school never closed during the Civil War, as its leaders refused to participate in the Confederate military efforts. Post-war support from Northern friends helped expand the institution's impact through education, agriculture, and civil rights. Now recognized as a National Historic District, the campus stands as a living testament to resilience, peace, and social justice. Generations of students have walked its wooded paths, surrounded by centuries-old trees that once sheltered freedom seekers on the Underground Railroad. Academic life here has long been shaped by Quaker principles: simplicity, integrity, equality, and peaceful problem-solving. Throughout the 20th century, the college continued to evolve, welcoming a diverse student body and engaging with pressing social issues. Its connection to both local community and broader movements has made it a quiet but powerful force for change. With its blend of natural beauty and historic depth, the campus remains a place where the past informs a purposeful and hopeful future. Stretching along 5 miles of sandy Atlantic shoreline, Wrightsville Beach is a beloved coastal town in southeastern North Carolina. Known for its clear blue waters and scenic views, it offers a perfect mix of relaxation and recreation for families and travelers alike. This island town lies just 8.5 miles east of Wilmington, making it a convenient getaway with easy access from the city. The beach has been a popular destination for over a century, once called the Banks, before taking the name Wrightsville Beach in 1899. Originally accessible only by boat and trolley, modern visitors now arrive by car across a drawbridge that connects the mainland. Outdoor activities are central to the experience, with options like surfing, paddleboarding, swimming, and charter fishing. The Loop Fitness Trail is a local favorite, offering scenic views and an active way to explore. Families enjoy nearby attractions like Jungle Rapids Family Fun Park, while history buffs can explore local museums and Civil War landmarks. Dining is also a highlight, with restaurants like Tower 7 Baja Grill and Blue Water Waterfront Grill serving fresh coastal cuisine. Shopping at Lumina Station or Mayfair Town Center adds variety to a vacation itinerary. The town's rich history can be explored at the Wrightsville Beach History Museum, which showcases its development and maritime heritage. Though small in population, about 2,400 residents, it's big in charm and hospitality. Vacation rentals range from cozy condos to beachfront homes, perfect for any group size. With its mix of natural beauty, history, and modern amenities, Wrightsville Beach offers something for every visitor. Stretching across the border of North Carolina and Tennessee, the Great Smoky Mountains offer one of the most breathtaking wilderness areas in the eastern United States. Covered in dense, old-growth forests, the park spans over 211,000 hectares and includes more than 16 peaks exceeding 1,800 meters in elevation. A signature blue-gray haze often cloaks the rolling ridges, creating the dreamy atmosphere that inspired the park's name. The park's diverse topography and temperate climate support an incredible range of flora and fauna, with over 17,000 documented species. hiking opportunities are endless, with trails leading through rhododendron forests, over mountain streams, and to waterfalls like Laurel and Hen Wallow Falls. Wildlife such as black bears, deer, and wild turkeys roam freely and are often spotted along trails or scenic pullouts. Rising from the eastern rim of Linnville Gorge, this striking mountain is a well-known landmark in North Carolina's Pisgah National Forest. Its dramatic rock formation makes it a favorite destination for hikers and climbers alike. The summit can be reached via a relatively short trail, offering sweeping views of the surrounding wilderness. Climbers often regard this site as one of the premier climbing spots in the southeastern United States. Botanists have long been drawn to the area, with rare plant species like Fraser's sedge discovered nearby. The mountain has also left its mark on culture and literature, notably appearing in Jules Verne's Master of the World. Wildfires have occasionally threatened the landscape, including a significant blaze in 2013 that required the efforts of over 100 firefighters. Despite such challenges, the mountain continues to be a powerful symbol of natural beauty and adventure in the region. Nestled in the rolling hills of Blowing Rock, Bass Lake offers visitors a peaceful escape into nature's serenity. Originally built as a private estate lake in the early 1902, it has since become a cherished public recreation area. The lake's smooth surface mirrors the surrounding trees and skies, creating picturesque views in every season. Winding gently around the shoreline, the flat walking trail welcomes both locals and tourists throughout the year. It's a favorite spot for morning joggers, leisurely walkers, and those simply seeking a moment of quiet reflection. In autumn, golden leaves float across the path, while spring brings blooms that brighten the entire landscape. small in size, Bass Lake feels expansive thanks to the wide open sky and unobstructed mountain views. Benches positioned along the loop trail invite visitors to pause and soak in the beauty of the Blue Ridge. The calm water reflects not only the scenery, but also the peaceful pace of life in this mountain town. Photographers, painters, and writers alike find inspiration in the lake's gentle rhythm and soft, natural light. Even on cloudy days, mist rising from the surface creates an almost mystical atmosphere around the water. In winter, a quiet hush blankets the area, transforming Bass Lake into a scene of quiet solitude and stillness. Snake Mountain, straddling the border between North Carolina and Tennessee, is a striking peak in the Blue Ridge Mountains. Its highest summit reaches an elevation of 5,564 feet, making it one of the tallest points in the southeastern United States. The lower peak, at 5,518 feet, is the highest point in Johnson County, Tennessee. Several feeder streams originate from this mountain, flowing into the North Fork and South Fork of the New River, as well as the Watauga River. Snake Mountain Ridge forms the primary ridgeline along the state border, while smaller ridges like Sugar Tree Ridge and Hessian Ridge branch out to the west. Natural gaps such as Elkhorn Gap, Pottertown Gap, and State Line Gap surround the mountain and provide passage through the rugged terrain. Historically, both the Old Buffalo Trail and the Daniel Boone Trail intersected at the base of the mountain near the community of Zionville. These ancient routes reflect the mountain's importance in early American exploration and migration. Snake Mountain is a popular destination for hikers and nature lovers seeking solitude and adventure. A challenging hiking trail leads to the summit, drawing experienced trekkers year-round. The path is known for its steep inclines, dense forest, and breathtaking panoramic views. At the top, visitors are rewarded with sweeping vistas of the Appalachian Highlands stretching far into the distance. Wildlife and rare plant species thrive on its slopes, making it a haven for biodiversity. Autumn brings vibrant colors to the mountain, transforming it into a painter's palette of red, orange, and gold. Snake Mountain offers a perfect blend of natural beauty, historical significance, and outdoor adventure. Nestled at an elevation of about 2,972 feet, Burnett Branch is a picturesque mountain stream winding through Mitchell County, North Carolina. Flowing gently past the historic grounds of Emerald Village, this stream adds to the tranquil ambiance of the Gemway Mining and Mining U Museum campus. Burnett Branch is located just a couple of miles west of Little Switzerland, making it a scenic highlight for visitors traveling along the Blue Ridge Parkway. The stream's clear waters cascade over moss-covered rocks and small riffles, offering soothing sounds that complement the rural mountain setting. During summer, aerial drone footage captures Burnett Branch's vibrant greenery and sparkling reflections, adding a visual feast to the visitor experience. Surrounded by mixed hardwood and pine forests, the stream corridor creates a cool, shaded microclimate ideal for walking and relaxation. Visitors exploring Emerald Village often pause by the stream to enjoy its calm flow and take photos of the natural surroundings. Burnett Branch also supports local ecology, providing habitat for small aquatic life and nourishing nearby trees and wildflowers. In autumn, the foliage along the stream turns stunning shades of gold, orange, and red, making the creek a beautiful seasonal focal point. The stream's proximity to gem wiming activities adds a unique twist, where participants occasionally glimpse it between mining buckets and equipment. Overall, Burnett Branch enriches Emerald Village with its natural beauty, providing a serene counterpoint to the hands-on gem and mining attractions nearby. Known for its charm, this mountain village offers scenic beauty, a quaint downtown, and a warm community atmosphere. Long before European settlers arrived, the area was home to Cherokee and Catawba tribes who roamed the surrounding cliffs. A native legend tied to the rocky outcrop gave the area its name and a sense of mystical identity. By 1752, Scotch-Irish immigrants began to settle the region, marking a shift in its cultural and historical landscape. Among the earliest families, the Greens established what would later become the historic Green Park Hotel site. During the Civil War, many women and children were sent to the mountains for safety, while men went to fight. After the war, returning soldiers joined their families and helped the village grow into a year-round settlement. On the 11th of March, 1889, the town was officially incorporated with around 300 residents, laying the groundwork for expansion. Tourism quickly became the cornerstone of the local economy as word spread about the area's natural beauty. Many historic inns and homes from that era still stand today, preserving the village's early architectural style. Once a boarding house, the Martin House now features a collection of unique shops along the village's main street. Chitola Resort, once a private estate, has become one of the area's most beloved destinations for lodging and relaxation. The restored Green Park Inn sits at the southern edge of town and anchors the Green Park Historical District. Overlooking the area, the Moses Cone Manor continues to be a cultural and historical landmark for visitors and locals alike. Efforts over the past decade have focused on preserving heritage while maintaining the small-town character that defines the community. The Watauga River runs along the northern boundary of the park, offering visitors a place to wade and play in its shallow waters. Its wide, slow-moving stretches are especially popular with beginner fly fishermen and women. The river supports a rich riparian ecosystem, home to birds, salamanders, fish, and other wildlife. To preserve this fragile habitat, visitors should adhere to leave no trace guidelines and avoid disturbing river rocks that provide shelter to aquatic creatures. Starting its journey on Grandfather and Peak Mountains, this 78.5-mile river flows across Watauga County before reaching the state of Tennessee. It crosses the state line at Johnson County and continues into Carter County before joining the Holston River's South Fork. The river basin lies on the western side of the Eastern Continental Divide, meaning its waters eventually reach the Gulf of Mexico. Near Valle Crucis Community Park, the Watauga River is about 40 feet wide and 2 feet deep, with water flow varying seasonally, especially higher in spring and early summer. No matter if you're strolling beside its calm waters or exploring its diverse ecosystem, the Watauga River promises lasting impressions for every visitor. Kerr's Scott Dam and Reservoir lies nestled in the Yadkin Valley, offering a peaceful setting on the eastern slope of the Blue Ridge foothills. The area is surrounded by forests of oak, hickory, sycamore, and poplar, making it ideal for outdoor recreation and wildlife viewing. Visitors can enjoy activities such as boating, kayaking, canoeing, swimming, and fishing in the 1,475-acre reservoir. Hiking and biking enthusiasts will find over 40 miles of trails, including a portion of the historic Over Mountain Victory National Historic Trail. This scenic destination is perfect for those seeking both relaxation and adventure in the heart of North Carolina's natural beauty. The New River in western North Carolina begins at the confluence of the North Fork and South Fork New Rivers, which originate in the Blue Ridge Mountains. Flowing northward through Ashe and Allegheny counties, it continues into Virginia and West Virginia before joining the Kanawha River in Charleston. Unlike most rivers in the U.S., the New River flows north, making it geographically unique in the region. Despite its name, the river is considered one of the oldest in North America, possibly second only to the Nile River in Egypt. Formed millions of years ago, the new river is believed to date back as far as 360 million years. The surrounding landscape remains largely undeveloped, offering pristine views of highland farms, forests, and quiet communities. In 1976, a 26-mile section of the South Fork was designated a National Scenic River to preserve its beauty. A year later, the New River State Park was created to help safeguard its ecological value. It was further recognized in 1998 as an American Heritage River, underscoring its environmental and cultural importance. Ongoing conservation efforts continue to protect its 765 square mile watershed from modern development. Nestled in the Blue Ridge Mountains of western North Carolina, this small town serves as the county seat of Watauga County. Originally inhabited by Cherokee Indians, it later became known for its ties to the famous frontiersman Daniel Boone, who passed through the area on hunting trips as early as 1760. The community was named in his honor and began to form around 1850 as a modest row of houses. Officially incorporated in 1872, it had a population of about 850 residents at the time. Sawmills played a central role in the early economy, while the cool mountain air attracted tourists seeking refuge from the summer heat. Economic and cultural development accelerated with the founding of Watauga Academy, which eventually became Appalachian State University. In the 1962nd, the introduction of skiing further boosted tourism, turning it into a year-round industry. A notable historic landmark, the downtown post office, was built in 1938 using native stone and features a 1940 mural of Daniel Boone by Alan Tompkins. When the Postal Service decided to sell the building in 2008, the local government and preservation groups acted quickly to save it. That same year, the town purchased the structure and committed to its preservation. Since 1952, residents have produced horn in the West an outdoor Revolutionary War drama showcasing the struggles and spirit of early settlers. This annual production is held on the grounds of Horn in the West, where the Hickory Ridge Homestead offers year-round living history experiences. Educational programs at the homestead bring colonial life to the modern visitor through demonstrations and storytelling. The town also hosts Daniel Boone Days, a lively festival celebrating frontier life with music, reenactments, and educational events. Both heritage and community pride remain central to this mountain town's identity and tourism appeal. Tucked away in the peaceful mountains of northeastern North Carolina, this small town offers a rare blend of charm and natural beauty. Winding country roads lead visitors past green pastures, a classic red barn, and quiet farms that reflect a slower, simpler way of life. Each autumn, the valley bursts into color with vibrant gold and orange leaves, creating a stunning seasonal landscape. The peaceful surroundings near places like St. John's Episcopal Church give the feeling of stepping back in time. Gentle afternoon light falling across farmhouses and fields adds to the sense of calm and reflection. Many travelers come here to enjoy fresh mountain air, experience traditional rural life, and hear the soft chimes from church in Valle Crucis. With its combination of nature, quiet history, and pastoral charm, this town offers a welcome escape for anyone seeking peace and inspiration. How did Bald Head Island become one of North Carolina's most historically rich and ecologically protected places? Located at the mouth of the Cape Fear River, the island has long served as a landmark for coastal navigation. Native American tribes once thrived here, leaving behind ancient shell mounds as evidence of their reliance on seafood. Despite several early attempts by European explorers, such as Verrazano and Raleigh, colonization efforts repeatedly failed. The infertile, sandy soil discouraged long-term farming, causing settlers like William Hilton to abandon development plans. In the 18th century, pirates, including Stede Bonnet, used the island's secluded creeks as hideouts from naval authorities. During the Revolutionary War, British troops fortified the island with Fort George to block continental shipping access. The iconic Old Baldy Lighthouse, built in 1817, still stands as a symbol of the island's maritime legacy and resilience. Large-scale development plans in the 20th century were halted after successful conservation movements protected the island. Bald Head Island is a rare blend of historic preservation, coastal wilderness, and mindful community planning. Did you know that Tarboro, founded in 1760, is the 9th oldest incorporated town in North Carolina's history? Situated on the Tar River, it served as a major colonial trade hub until the Civil War disrupted its growth. Though settled by Europeans around 1733, the area was originally home to the Tuscarora Native American people. The town's name likely comes from the Tuscaroran word taw, meaning river of health, referencing the nearby Tar River. In 1760, commissioners laid out streets and public lots, officially chartering the town as Tarboro. Tarboro became the county seat of Edgecombe County in 1764 and hosted the state legislature in 1787. The town played a notable role during Reconstruction, with black citizens holding office before the 1899 disenfranchisement laws. Before its incorporation, the area was inhabited by Native American groups like the Eno and Occaneechi tribes. The region's strategic location along major trading paths made it a vital area for early settlers and commerce. The construction of a railroad depot in 1849 on land, donated by Dr. Durham, was a turning point in its development. During the Civil War, Durham gained recognition when Union and Confederate forces negotiated a major surrender at nearby Bennett Place. After the war, returning soldiers helped spark a tobacco boom that turned Durham into a commercial tobacco powerhouse. The Bull Durham Tobacco Company, created in the post-war years, helped the city grow rapidly through industrial expansion. The Duke family, especially Washington Duke and his sons, became key players in tobacco and later electric power industries. By 1881, Durham had grown so quickly that the North Carolina General Assembly created Durham County to better serve the area. In the early 20th century, black entrepreneurs created a thriving business district known as Black Wall Street in Haiti. James E. Shepard founded North Carolina Central University in 1910, which became a major center for black education. Durham was also a key site in the civil rights movement, with early sit-ins and visits by leaders like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The decline of tobacco and textile industries in the mid-20th century led to economic hardship and urban decline in Durham. However, the creation of the Research Triangle Park in the 1952nd revitalized the region and drew investment in education and technology. Greensboro was established in 1808 as the county seat of Guilford County, chosen for its central location rather than natural advantages. Early growth was slow, but the town began to develop economically with the introduction of textile manufacturing in 1828. The arrival of the railroad in 1856 boosted industry and helped Greensboro become a transportation hub, later earning the nickname Gate City. After the Civil War, the city welcomed Northern investors and experienced significant growth in business, education, and African American communities. During the 20th century, Greensboro became a center for textiles, insurance, and civil rights activism, including the famous 1,960 sit-ins. In recent decades, revitalization efforts and cultural developments have continued to shape Greensboro as a vibrant and diverse city. Did you know that Wilmington, North Carolina has a rich and dramatic history? The city was first settled in 1725 and soon became an important port, thanks to its strategic location between the Cape Fear River and the Atlantic Ocean. Until the fall of Fort Fisher in 1865, Wilmington served as the last significant Confederate port on the Atlantic coast. Post-war Wilmington saw a thriving black community until the 1898 white supremacist coup brought it to a halt. In World War II, Wilmington became a shipbuilding center and was later honored in 2020 as America's first World War II heritage city. Once just a rural crossroads in central North Carolina, the land that would become Raleigh began attracting settlers in the 1762nd. Taverns and ordinaries opened by Joel Lane and Isaac Hunter welcomed travelers along vital north-south routes. By 1792, state leaders seeking a central and permanent capital purchased 1,000 acres from Lane to establish a purpose-built city. Named after English explorer Sir Walter Raleigh, the new capital quickly opened its first state house in 1794 as both a political and community hub. Businesses like dry goods stores and taverns slowly began to shape a small but active downtown. During the Civil War, Raleigh became a training center but avoided destruction thanks to a peaceful surrender to Union forces in 1865. After the war, commerce gradually expanded, and Raleigh became a key retail center in the region. Publishing also flourished, and theaters, parades, and public events drew crowds downtown. Educational institutions, including women's colleges and historically black universities, earned Raleigh a reputation for learning and progress. In the 20th century, Raleigh supported the war effort while developing its suburbs and shopping centers. The civil rights movement reshaped the city as black citizens demanded justice and equal rights. Growth accelerated again with the creation of Research Triangle Park nearby, boosting tech-related employment. Raleigh's population surged, new neighborhoods sprawled outward, and its influence across the state increased. By the 1992nd, it celebrated 200 years with pride and became home to a professional hockey team. The city stands as North Carolina's second largest, blending rich history with modern innovation and cultural vibrancy. Originally inhabited by the Catawba people, the area became home to European settlers around the year 1750. Named in honor of Queen Charlotte of Mecklenburg-Strelitz, the city was officially established in 1768. Support for American independence was strong here, as seen through the signing of the Mecklenburg Resolves in 1775. Despite debate over its authenticity, the Mecklenburg Declaration of Independence symbolizes early patriotic spirit in the region. Resistance to British forces became real when locals stood against General Cornwallis's advances in August of 1780. The North Carolina Military Institute opened in 1859 and soon played a role in the Confederate war effort. Arms, naval engines, and military supplies were manufactured locally to support Southern forces in the Civil War. The Charlotte and South Carolina Railroad connected farmers and manufacturers, boosting trade and industrial growth in the 1802nd. Cotton mills multiplied near railroad lines after the war, becoming a lasting fixture of the local economy and culture. Strikes over poor textile mill conditions in the 20th century drew National Guard intervention and national attention. North Carolina's first radio broadcast came from WBT in 1922, marking a milestone in regional communications. As with many southern cities, the 1962nd brought sit-ins and protests as part of the broader civil rights movement. Auto racing gained traction here, and NASCAR remains closely tied to the city's identity and economy. Post-revolutionary gold discoveries helped spawn banks and mints, laying the foundation for a thriving financial sector. Banking institutions expanded rapidly, earning the city an informal title as the financial capital of the American South. Asheville is a historic city located in western North Carolina, surrounded by the scenic Blue Ridge Mountains. Before European settlers arrived, the land was part of the Cherokee Nation, who called it Tokiazdi, meaning where they race. In 1540, Spanish explorer Hernando de Soto passed through the area, spreading deadly diseases among native populations. The first permanent European-American settlers came in 1784 after the American Revolutionary War had ended. One of the early settlers, Samuel Davidson, was killed by Cherokee people resisting the loss of their ancestral land. Asheville was officially named in 1797 to honor North Carolina Governor Samuel Ashe and became a growing settlement. During the 1802nd, Asheville expanded with the arrival of the railroad and the development of cotton and mica industries. The city had the first electric street railway system in North Carolina, which began operating in 1889. Asheville prospered in the early 20th century, becoming the third largest city in North Carolina by the year 1900. However, the Great Depression deeply impacted Asheville, causing major bank failures and decades of financial struggle. Instead of declaring bankruptcy, the city chose to repay its large debts over a period of 50 years. This financial stagnation unintentionally preserved Asheville's unique collection of Art Deco buildings and historic architecture. From the 1952nd to the 1972nd, urban renewal programs displaced many black residents and changed neighborhood demographics. In 2020, Asheville became one of the first U.S. cities to approve reparations for its black residents. In 2024, Hurricane Helene caused catastrophic flooding that damaged infrastructure and isolated Asheville from surrounding areas. Morganton became the first chartered town in western North Carolina in 1784, following the arrival of European settlers. The settlers crossed the Blue Ridge Mountains in search of fertile land and new opportunities in the region. On the 17th of April, 1865, a small Civil War skirmish occurred in Morganton during General Stoneman's raid through the state. In the late 1802, the North Carolina legislature approved major public welfare institutions to be built in Morganton. These included the Western North Carolina Insane Asylum and the North Carolina School for the Deaf main building. In the early 20th century, Morganton experienced growth with the rise of textile mills across the Piedmont region. These mills were part of a larger trend of industries moving from the Northeast to the rural South for cheaper labor. However, throughout the 20th century, many of these industrial jobs gradually moved offshore due to globalization. By the late 1902, Morganton and Burke County remained largely rural, with agriculture and poultry farms dominating the economy. Industrial-scale poultry processing plants were built in the area, offering jobs that attracted immigrants from Central America. As a result, the Latino population in Morganton grew significantly, shaping the cultural and social fabric of the town. In 2006, an explosion occurred at the Synthron chemical plant, killing one person and injuring 13 others. In recent years, such Confederate monuments have sparked debate about their role in public spaces and historical memory. In 1843, a group of founding fathers, including Thomas Baker, Samuel W. Davidson, A.D. Whitesides, David Corpening, and J.J. Irwin, were assigned to select a site for a new town. Surveyors Benjamin Burgin and David Chandler mapped out 63 acres, establishing the original boundaries of what would become Marion. The town was divided into 90 lots, which were auctioned off, with prime locations like the lot across from the courthouse, selling for as much as $601. It was in 1753 that officials decided to establish Salisbury as the county seat of Rowan County. The town was officially named Salisbury Township in 1755, after a land grant from John Carteret, Earl Granville. Located at the crossroads of Native American trading routes, Salisbury became an important stop on the Great Wagon Road. During the Civil War, the city housed North Carolina's only Confederate prison, which held over 10,000 Union prisoners by 1864. After Union troops destroyed the prison in 1865, the Salisbury National Cemetery was established on part of the former site. In the following decades, Salisbury thrived as a cotton trade center and textile hub, although it faced decline in the late 20th century. North Carolina is a diverse travel destination, offering majestic mountains, peaceful beaches, and everything in between for visitors. From hiking trails in the Blue Ridge Mountains to coastal adventures along the Outer Banks, nature lovers are never disappointed. History is alive in North Carolina's charming towns, where colonial roots and Southern heritage create a unique cultural experience. Scenic drives through vibrant fall foliage or spring wildflowers make road trips across the state especially unforgettable. Food enthusiasts will appreciate North Carolina's renowned barbecue, farm-to-table dining, and flavorful culinary traditions. Adventure seekers can go kayaking, ziplining, or gem mining, with thrilling outdoor activities for all skill levels. Each season in North Carolina brings its own charm, with festivals, colors, and climates worth exploring throughout the year. Whether for relaxation, exploration, or inspiration, North Carolina leaves every visitor with lasting memories and a desire to return